10 ways to emotionally survive the pandemic. This pandemic has altered everyone's lives. While we can go outside, at the same time, being at home brings its own issues. The work pressure and even all the horrifying news of deaths due to the pandemic. Well, let us start this video by telling you that you are not alone. All of us have been feeling the same, and according to researchers, depression and anxiety have increased manifolds during these months. Well, if the same has been the chase with you, let us help you out. If you feel a bit clumsy, tired, and even depressed, then make sure to keep watching as the world is reopening. Let's make sure that you are ready to live the happiest life. Number 10. Reconnect with people. Being inside the house day in and day out feels so claustrophobic, especially if you live alone. So the best thing to do in this situation is trying to reconnect with people, digitally of course. Pick up your phone and call someone that you haven't talked to in a long time. Talking to them after many years, you will have numerous things to share, and this conversation will not only make you feel all refreshed, but it might also help the other person who might be going through something similar as well. Therefore, take this time and use it to build those friendships and relationships again, which you had to leave behind because of work and life. Number 9. Learn new skills. Do you know what is the main issue with the lockdown? The answer is monotony. Every day, the same old routine. Life has become so predictable that we can easily write our daily diary entries a week prior, and it will still be perfectly accurate. The best way to break this monotony is to try and learn something new. It can be anything, however big or small, whether it is learning another language, cooking, dancing, drawing, or whatever else you want. There are endless numbers of new hobbies that you can acquire. And since now you have an abundance of time at your hands, you can try doing something that you have always wanted to but couldn't because of work. This lockdown is the perfect period to expand your knowledge and your skill set, because perfecting a new skill would certainly kill your boredom, but it will also make you feel good about yourself. Number 8. Physical exercise. We know that a lot of health professionals repeatedly advised you to keep yourself physically fit to build your immune system and keep the virus at bay. But did you know that exercising and being physically fit is also a great way to be mentally healthy as well? Yes, that's right. Studies have found that when we exercise, our body releases a hormone known as endorphins. It is also called a happy hormone because it is what causes our mood to be happy. Another plus point of physical exercise is that it completely banishes lethargy from our body, which also makes our mind very active. Therefore, keeping in mind the advice of all the top doctors of the world and also our suggestions, make sure to work out and sweat out some happy moments. Number 7. Avoid too much social media. While looking through social media, we always conclude that everyone is more good-looking and rich than us. We always think that everyone else has a better life than us. Do you know what you should do with such thoughts? Dispel them immediately. These are all negative thoughts, which are only going to make you insecure about yourself. Not to forget that nowadays, hate spreads like fire in social media. Either you are watching people living a better life than you are reading hate comments on the most trivial of things. Therefore, regulate how much you are on social media. Use it to keep in touch with what is happening in the rest of the world. But once you start feeling anxious and overwhelmed, it is better to disconnect from it. Number 6. Hang out digitally. A get-together with friends always puts us in the brightest of moods, but in this pandemic, with all the lockdowns, it is not only impossible to meet friends, but it is also unsafe. But digitalization has made everything possible. We can easily download apps to video call and have a get-together with our friends. Whether lunch, picnic, or movie plans, all of these can be done digitally without outing anyone at risk. Number 5. Balanced diet. To have better mental health, you also need to eat healthily. You heard that right. What we eat impacts both our body and mind. Healthier food that is rich in protein and vitamins makes our minds sharper and also active. But you might argue that junk food that tastes better puts you in a good mood. While that may be true, eating too much junk food or eating too little, either of those affects our mind mentally. So it is very important to look after your eating habits too. Number 4. A happy corner. There used to be a time when our home used to be a haven that kept the pressure and the negativity of the world outside. But because of work from home and online classes, all the negativity gets trapped inside, making suffocating us. As the physical difference between our home and office or school, college has been erased, the mind seems non-existent as well. The best way to encounter this problem is to make a happy corner. Choose a corner or even a room of your home to your liking. When office work or studies overwhelm you too much, take a break and step into the corner to clear your mind. But what can you do inside the corner? Well, do anything that helps you unwind from stress. Fill it up with all the things that make you happy, like your favorite snacks, some books, scented candles, or whatever else you like, and step into it every time when anxiety bothers you. Number 3. Sleep routine. Since everything has turned digital during the lockdown, there is no rush to wake up early to get ready, catch a ride and be at your office or attend classes. You can wake up minutes before your meeting starts and still be on time. But does that mean you should do that? Not at all. Having a good sleep is one of the most important parts of being mentally fit and active. But good sleep does not mean waking up as late as you want. Follow a good routine. Do not stay up late, go to sleep early, and get up early as well. Also, it is important to get 8 hours of sleep to function properly. Otherwise, studies have found that less sleep can spoil the mood for the whole day, and that is something that all of us should avoid. Number 2. Be thankful. Within a minute, we can conjure up a million things that we hate or are sad about, but to think about 3 things that we are grateful for, some people find it impossible to do so. It is not as if there aren't things to be happy and thankful about. It's just that we spend most of our time thinking about things that we don't have, rather than feeling blessed for what we do have. So it is very important to note all the things that you are grateful for every day. It can be anything, however trivial or crucial. You can even start by feeling gratitude for being blessed with your life. This gratitude you can practice through means of prayer, meditation, or even just think about it every day for a few minutes and write it down. Start this practice right away and let us know in the comments section at least 3 things that you are thankful for. Number 1. Seek professional help. Sometimes, things might get too overwhelming, and even after trying, you might feel like you are getting nowhere. In that case, seek professional help, because there is no alternative to an expert's advice. There is no shame in admitting that you need help. Everyone does in some way or other. There is also no shame in striving to lead a peaceful life. Therefore, if this pandemic and all the morbidity surrounding it has hit you very hard emotionally, then therapy is the best choice. We hope that you make use of these steps and achieve mental peace. Apart from these ways, let us and all the other viewers know your take on how to survive this pandemic emotionally, because by sharing your problems and your solutions, you will also be helping many others like you.